Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pulse. I'm Deanna, and I'm so happy you're here. First timers, please pause and watch the intro to Pulse video that's linked in the description below this one. And then when you're ready, come back and let's go. All right, we're going to begin standing at the front of the mat. So you could have your feet hips width distance or big toes to touch, depending on your balance today. Heels are slightly turned outward, so the edges of your feet are parallel with the edges of your mat. And at first, have your palms rotated out, pinkies forward, thumbs back, eyes open. And look around your room in front of you. Notice any shapes, any colors. Notice how the air feels on your skin. And notice how it feels to be focusing outwardly here. This is how we spend so much of our days. And then with your next exhale, rotate your palms to face the body, relax the arms down, and close your eyes. And notice if you can feel any shift in your energy as you start to focus inwardly now. Notice your breath. And if you can, tap into the beat of your heart. And then to connect even more deeply, take a hand onto the belly and a hand onto the heart. And maybe now it's easier to feel the heartbeat and feel the breath. And if you have ujjayi, pranayam, go on and ignite that now. Long inhalation, slow exhalation. A practice of interoception as you feel into your body. And let that awareness guide your practice today. Notice sensation, notice breath, and honor whatever comes up for you. Take care of yourself. Bring your hands into prayer at the heart as you seal that intention in. And then interlace your fingers, keeping your thumb and your index pointed. And on an inhale, stretch up into the sky. Exhale, tip over to the right. Ground into the left foot. Feel the line of energy up through the left leg, left waist, left arm. Turn your chin under the left arm and gently roll the shoulder back. Next inhale, stand tall through the center. And exhale, tip over to the left. Right arm drawing back. Breathe into the right side ribs. With an inhale, contract the right side waist, come back to center, and with your exhale, ground into your legs. Keep your hips over your heels. With your next inhale, just the torso tips back. Maybe your gaze lifts up. And as you exhale, contract through the belly, stand tall. And then start to put that all together. Swirl around to the right, to the back, to the left, and to the front. Inhaling as you roll back, exhaling as you roll forward. And just imagining there's a marker on your fingertips and you're drawing big, wide circles on the ceiling. And then reverse the circles, take it the other way. One more time around. And then with your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Turn your right toes out, step to the corner of your mat. Tap your left toes behind you. Left arm goes up to sky, right arm parallel to the floor, arabesque prep. And then shift the weight back onto your left foot. Take the arms out in front of you in a nice wide circle, first position, as the right knee comes up, turning the right knee out and the heel in. Attitude. And then very gently, make your way back into that arabesque prep. Left arm high, long line of energy through the left side body. Hands to the heart, take it over to the other side. Left toes turn, right toes tap. Right arm reaches up, left arm reaches out. And then shift back, right foot flat. Arms in front, knee lifts up and out, foot turns in. Lock this into your muscle memory. We'll come back to this later. Back into the arabesque. And hands into prayer. Big toes touch. With an exhale, sit down into chair. Weight is in the heels. Tailbone is lightly tucked. Chin lightly tucked, so the whole back of the body is long. Belly drawing up and in. Spread out your toes. Left toes turn out. Begin to lift the left foot up and step it to the back of the mat. If you have to kind of hop a couple of times to get there, that's okay. Position your legs for warrior one, and when you're ready, take the arms up. Palms face each other, fingers spreading wide. Big breath in. And warrior two on the exhale. Turn your body to the long edge of the mat. Maybe turn your back toes out a little more. Front gaze over right fingers. Maybe the eyes are closed. Flip your palms up into the sky. Keep your left arm as it is. Take the right arm up and then back. Peaceful warrior. As you're stretching up and back, keep grounded in the front leg. Knee right over the heel. Big inhale. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the floor or two blocks. Lift the back heel, come into low lunge. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hips up, left foot steps, nose to knees, forward fold. Halfway up, breathing in. Deep forward fold, breathing out. Inhale, chair pose, arms reach. Exhale, hands to prayer, sit down a little bit lower. Make this appropriate for you. You could be up a little higher or down a little lower. Right toes turn out. Begin to float the right leg back. Land and ground. Once you feel stable through the legs, then the arms go up. Warrior one. Rolling the right hip forward, left hip back so the hips are in line. Nice big inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Tall spine. Front knee rolling to pinky toe side of foot so you can tone into the hip. Flip your palms up. Right arm stays just as it is. Left arm goes up, creating length, and then back towards the wall behind you. Nice big, beautiful inhale. And exhale, windmill down. Hands frame front foot, back heel lifts. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hips up, step forward. Big toes touch, nose to knees. Halfway up, inhale. Deep fold on the exhale. Inhale, sweep up, chair pose. Exhale, prayer, sit lower. Find the strength in your legs. Squeeze the muscles around the thigh bone. Left toes turn. Left leg floats to the back. Maybe this time you get a little bit more hang time as you come into your balance and your strength. Land when you're ready, arms go up, inhale. You could stay here. Exhale. Or with your next inhale, tip back, elbows bend. Exhale, belly squeeze, arms reach. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, reach up. One more time, squeezing the shoulders together on the back, opening the chest. And then arms up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Nice tall spine. Front leg strong. Palms flip. Peaceful warrior, big inhale. Go up, go back. Keep that lunge in the front knee. And on your next exhale, find floating side angle. So you're going to tilt your torso over your front thigh any amount. Arms go out overhead in a nice Y shape. Less intense, you're up higher. More intense, you hover down low. Roll the left arm back. And with your next inhale, find peaceful warrior. You could stay in either pose or flow into floating side angle on the exhale and peaceful on the inhale. One more time if you're floating into side angle. And then one more time in our peaceful warrior. And then let's all windmill down. Exhale. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, step forward. Halfway up, breathe in. Deep fold as you breathe out. Inhale, Utkatasana chair. Exhale, prayer, sit lower, strong legs, deep breath. Right toes turn out, ground into the left foot. When you're ready, start to fly your way back. Land when you need to. Once you're grounded, arms go up, inhale, stay on your exhale, maybe continue to stay. Or with your inhale, tip back. Exhale, reach up. Breathing in. Breathing out, belly squeeze, strengthening the core. One more inhale. And with the exhale, warrior two. Palms flip. Peaceful warrior, go up and back. Breathe into the left side ribs. And when you're ready, find your floating side angle. Arms reach forward. Front knee stays strong. Maybe roll the top arm back. And on your inhale, float back, peaceful warrior. Stay there. Or find flow as you exhale, tip forward. Inhale, tip back. And some days you'll want to flow, and some days you might want to be more still. Both practices are amazing for you in different regards. Take your way to the floor. Back heel lifts. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, deeply fold. Inhale, ground down, reach up, chair. Exhale, come into your strength. Prayer hands, sit down, sit back. Left toes turn. Left leg floats. Maybe this time you get a good amount of hang time. And at the very last second possible, then the foot grounds down. Inhale, arms reach, stay on the exhale, or find flow with the inhale, back bend. Exhale, strong spine. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in here. And warrior two as you breathe out. Palms flip. Peaceful warrior, breathing in. Floating side angle, breathing out. Let your arms just kind of flow. Maybe draw back and forward. And then stand tall in the center. Turn your right toes in, hands to prayer. Left knee bends, Skandasana. You could be up higher or down lower, whatever feels good for you. Anything with your arms, it helps you to balance. Nice tall spine. Big breath in. With the exhale, maybe with your hands or without them, make your way to the front of the mat. Low lunge, lengthen the spine. On your exhale, tuck into teardrop. Bring the left knee behind the right and draw the legs together. Back of the neck long. Feel the roundness in the back as you squeeze the belly up and in. And with your next inhale, hands under the shoulders, standing split, left leg up into the sky. Any amount that feels good for you. Spread your toes. Those of you who have handstand hops in your practice, maybe you'll do a couple of those here. Big deep inhale. Exhale, big toes touch, forward fold. Halfway up, breathing in. Deeply fold, breathing out. Inhale, chair, arms reach, fill up your lungs. Exhale, empty them as you sit down, lower. Breathe in and out, slow and steady. Right toes turn out. Right leg floats, your longest hang time yet. Strong in your standing leg. And then gently land at the back. Arms go up, breathing in, warrior one. Stay on the exhale. Maybe find flow as you breathe in and breathe out. Last time, tipping back if you're flowing, and then warrior two. Palms flip. Peaceful on the inhale. Float on the exhale. Stay there or draw back, maybe stay there. Or continue to flow. Breathing in. And breathe out. Begin to straighten your left leg, turn your toes, hands to prayer skandasana, up high or down low. Tall spine, deep breath. One more inhale. Exhale, make your way to the front of the mat, low lunge. Inhale, long spine, back leg strong. Exhale, tuck it in, teardrop. Curled up in this tight little ball. Deep breath into and out of the back body. And then hands forward under the shoulders. Standing split, right leg high. If you can bring your hands flat and you want to hop off your foot a couple times, then go for it. Otherwise, just hang out here, find your breath. One more big deep inhale. Exhale, big toes touch. Forward folds, nose to knees. Halfway up, breathe in. High plank pose, breathe out. Legs are together. And if you need to lower your knees in a knee down plank, you may. I'll show you that variation first. Take your toes behind you on the right foot, curl them under. Toes on the floor. Exhale, lift the leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Continue with that action. Toes pointing to the floor. Squeeze and release through the seat. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right knee under the right hip. Kickstand your foot out. Left leg long, sola foot flat. Draw your left arm back like a bow. Modified side plank, knee down. Maybe roll your gaze into the sky if that feels good. An option to float the top arm forward. Big open left side body. Full deep inhale. Exhale, make your way back into plank with the knees up or down. If you're in your plank and you've got a banana back, then go on and drop the knees. Left leg long, toes curled under. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Inhale by keeping the toes pointed down. The hips are square. Let's do 4 more. 3. Exhale, lift. Last one. Left knee under hip, kickstand foot, right leg long. Draw the right arm up. Maybe lift the gaze up. And if you'd like to, float the top arm. Stretch from the pinky toe side of the foot all the way up into the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale back into the push-up. And this time I'm going to come into the full version. Bring your right leg up. As you exhale, cross your ankles or tuck the knee behind the other knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap right. Straight back on the inhale. Cross on the exhale. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, tap. Inhale, straight back, listen. Exhale, lower, switch sides. Left leg up. Cross ankle or knees. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, tap off to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cross. Inhale, lift straight back. Exhale, tap left. Last time to the back, breathe in. As you breathe out, relax the toes down, bring the knees down. Child's pose, and that should feel really good now. Forehead to the floor or onto your hands. Using your hands as a pillow if you need to. And taking some really deep breaths here. Maybe in through the nose, out through the nose, or out through the mouth. Take a moment of surrender. Notice if you were clenching your jaw, see if you can separate your teeth. Begin to stretch your arms forward as you press the hips back. Inhale through all fours. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Take a moment to explore your down dog if you want to bend your knees or straighten your legs or wiggle your tail or anything else. Hands firmly pressing, head relaxed, neck soft. And then inhale to the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward and walk or hop your feet to your thumbs. Halfway up, breathe in. Deep fold as you breathe out. Inhale, dive up to stand, arms reach, prayer above the head. Exhale, draw that prayer through the heart. And take your hands onto the hips. Weight is in the left foot, right leg long in front of you, toes on the mat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Now your hands are on your hips. You can notice if you're hiking the right hip up as you lift and lower. Try to keep the hips level. 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. Bring your foot down, tap your heel this time. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And it doesn't matter how high you lift your leg, but I want you to make sure you're not using momentum and just kicking your foot up. Focus on a slow lift and a slow lower. 2 more times. Last one, pause here, bend your knee, airplane your arms. Take a moment, hover in airplane, torso forward. And then land at the back of your mat into a crescent lunge, back heel lifts. Arms go up, inhale. You could stay here or exhale, come back into that back bend we were doing in our warrior poses. Stretch into the right side of the belly. If you're feeling wobbly here, you could move your left foot more to the left, get yourself off of the tight rope. And then to come out, hands on the hips, lengthen through the spine, step forward. Left toes out in front, hands on the hips, start to lift and lower. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Your standing leg is strong, but your knee is not locked. 4 more. 3. Lengthen the leg as you lift. And this time as you come down, tap the heel, keep lifting up and down. Maybe it's a little bit easier for you to lift with your toes flexed, maybe pointed. Just get curious about your body here. 4 more times. 3. Stand up a little taller. And last one. Bend your knee, airplane pose. Thumbs up. And when you're ready, land, ground, feet hips width, arms up, breathing in. Maybe fall back as you breathe out, elbows pulling in. Heart open, throat open, belly open. If you're bending back, take your hands to your hips, lengthen the spine, and then step forward. You stay facing the front of your mat. I'm going to turn to face you. We're going to find a first position, so the toes are out in a small V position. Your hands can stay on the hips. You could find them in prayer. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to turn to the side here because I want you to notice it's not like chair pose where the heart goes forward and the seat goes back. It's a plie. So the heart and the head and the hips are all in one line. Come all the way down, all the way up, 2 more times. And then bring it into the bottom, knees bent, pulse, pulse. Only come up about an inch if you can. Keeping a constant squeeze through the thighs. 2 more. Last one. Come all the way up. Keep your right foot turned out as you lift it into the air. And then do tiny little kicks through the heel. Leg as high as you want it to be. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg up. Bring the arms into first. Knee bends, attitude, tiny little lifts. Up and down. Keeping the heart high. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it at the top. Begin to wrap your leg around behind you. Tilt your torso forward. You could keep your arms forward or find your airplane wings, and then gently lift and lower your back knee in a diagonal line. Exhale up, inhale down. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. You could pause with your hands on your hips, right toes on the floor, or bring the right knee into the chest and release your fingers around the knee. Or take your left peace fingers, bind your right toe, and find a twist, right arm back. You can gaze forward to the side or back. Stand up tall and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Come back into your turnout. If you'd like to spice it up a little bit, rise into releve onto the tippy toes. In releve, it's important your ankles stay strong and straight and the weight stay even through the heels. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Breathe in. Breathe out. So as I'm counting here, I want you to know I'm just counting seconds. It doesn't have to be reps. Do what you can. You've got 2 more. Full range of motion, a nice grand plie. And then bring it to the bottom and do those tiny pulses down. Keep the heart high. 4 more. 2, 1. Come all the way straight. If your heels are up, roll them down. Keep the left foot turned out. Bring the leg forward. Tiny little kicks through the heel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Arms in first. Nice wide circle. Point your toes. Bend your knee. Attitude. Tiny little lift and lowers. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wrap the leg around behind. Anything with your arms that helps you balance. Lift and lower. A little squeeze and release through the left side of the leg. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Maybe you stand toes on the floor, or knee to chest, or bind your big toes with the right fingers. Maybe draw back into that twist. Stand tall, breathe deep for 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Turn to face the long edge of your mat in a second position. Your toes and your knees are turned out in the same direction. Hands on the hips. Come down, up, plie, legs straight. Remember, keep the heart up. You want it less intense, don't bend so much. More intense, go for it. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Bring it back down to the bottom, those tiny little pulses. Keep rolling the knees back to the pinky toe side of the foot. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up, stand onto your right foot, left toes tap. You could have your arms in that drawn back bow position or anything else that helps you to balance. Start to lift and lower. Leg up, leg down. Exhale, inhale. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to prayer, foot comes down. Step out, find your second position. Come down and up. If you want more, arms up, hands down. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Follow your breath here. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Here we go. Left foot Right toes tap. Maybe you're drawing back that bow. Lift and lower. There's a line of energy through the left side of the body. 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap down. Step out. Hands of prayer. Plie. Legs straight. Do you want to add your arms? Do you want more? Circle out and around. Breathe in and out. I want you to connect really deeply into your breath. We're going to go into cardio. So it's important that you follow your breath. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Come up, hands onto the hips. Toe heel your feet into hips width distance, keeping the toes turned out. Step your left foot to the front of your mat. Tap your right toes behind you. Right foot comes flat, open into the center. And then right toes back of mat, left toes tap. Left foot flat, right foot open. Let's do it slow again. Left toes tap. Right toes point. Right foot flat, open center. One more time slow. Right foot. Left toes tap. Left foot flat, open center. Do you want more? Go step, tap, flatten, open, step, tap, flatten, open. If you want more, start to lift and lower your back leg. As you lift and lower, keep your toes pointed down so the hip doesn't roll open, really focusing on the back muscles. Now, if you want a little bit more, as you come to the front and the back, you can add your little arabesque arms. Maybe just opening into the front and the back. Or you could arabesque, cross, open, cross, arabesque, cross, open, cross, arabesque. It's okay if you don't get this today. This might take a while. Come back and practice it. Be playful with your body. Now, if you want more, come up onto your tippy toes as you come into your arabesque. If you would like more than that, add a sauté, a hop into your arabesque. But here's the thing. If you're hopping, you have to land and leave the floor lightly with intention. Take it to the back again. Take it to the front. And we'll do our arabesque attitude. Remember this from our warm-up. I'm going to take the hop out so I don't lose control of my breath. How do you need to move? If you'd like to, you can hop into and out of your arabesque and your attitude. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. From your arabesque, start to open, close again. March front to back. Arabesque at the front, arabesque at the back. Whether or not you hop is up to you. So low impact, you don't need to leave the floor. But if you're hopping up and down, you're starting to work into the lymphatic system. And take it to the front again. Take it to the back. And then add your arabesque attitude. Beautiful. Maybe you're hopping between the two. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Open, close, front to back. Now, if you're lifting your back leg, start to just point the toes on the floor. And then release your arms. Bring it all into the work of your legs. Take up the whole width of your mat if you can, and come really deeply into your breath. Slowing down the inhalation, drawing out the exhalation. Take it to the back of your mat one final time, and then take it to the front. Stand at the front of your mat. Again, feet hips width or big toes touch. Both hands on the heart, one over the other. Close your eyes. Feel back into your heartbeat. How much stronger does it feel than we began just a little while ago? Deepen your breath. Really slowing down the exhalation and watching your heart rate slow down with your breath. Open your eyes, steady your gaze, chair posed, hands in prayer. You could stay up nice and high in your chair or start to bring your way down. Option to keep the heels down or rise into releve. Remember, weight is even through the toes, ankles strong and straight. If you're in your heel lift on the releve, we're going to play a game. Bring your hips down. Take your heart up, lift the heels higher. And then hips down, heart up, heels higher. Continue that process, coming down little by little. And if you'd like to, meet me in toe stand. Otherwise, just hang out in your chair. For your toe stand, see if you can sit up nice and tall, lengthen through the torso. Tip your knees towards the floor so the thighs are parallel with the floor and balance there. And then however you make your way, meet me in boat. So you could float. Soles of the feet are down. Hands under the knees. Sit up nice and tall. Make sure your spine is strong and straight. If you can keep the spine strong and straight, float your arms. Maybe bring your right shin parallel to the floor. Keep lifting through the heart. And then right foot comes down, left foot comes up. Option to do side to side again, or both legs up together, inner knees drawing together. If you're doing one side, go ahead to the other. And then let's all make our way onto our back. Hug your knees in. Take a moment to soften onto the floor. Relax your shoulders down. Hands under the hips, creating a prop so your hips are braced and your low back is on the floor. Bring your heels into the sky, right over the hips for legs up the wall. On an inhale, lower your heels any amount towards the floor. Exhale, bend your knees, straighten your legs. So there's a inhale, lower, two-part exhale as the knees bend and straighten. Inhale. Exhale, exhale. Lower your heels any amount while keeping your back flat. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe out. 3 more. 2, 1. Hang out and legs up the wall. And then we're going to reverse that. Bend your knees. Inhale, lengthen the legs, hover the heels. Exhale, sweep legs up, bend the knees. Inhale as the legs go straight. Exhale as they come up and bend. Inhale. Exhale, up. Knees bend. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, lift and bend. I think we got 2 more. Take your last one. And then find happy baby. Knees go wide, feet into the sky. If having your legs wide isn't appropriate for you, you could bring the feet together and breathe there. Slow down the in and exhalation. If it feels good, you can start to rock a little bit from side to side. Massage through the spine and the low back. And then hug your knees into your chest. You could either hug into the back of the knee or around the front. And then either continue to rock from side to side or up and down the length of the spine. Maybe hovering for a moment in your boat before you exhale and drop back. Inhale, sit up. Now listen, as you're dropping back, don't rock onto the neck, stop at the shoulders. Do that a couple more times. And then when you're ready, however you get there, make your way into downward facing dog. Hands press firmly. Lengthen the tail away from the wrists. A couple deep breaths, softening your heart towards your knees. Big toes touch. Right leg up, 3-legged dog, inhale. Exhale into half pigeon, bend your knee, bring the leg forward, outside of the leg comes down. Right knee behind right thumb, ankle behind left wrist. Start to walk your left leg back. Now let's do a quick check-in. If your right hip is up and away from the floor, you could bring a block or a cushion underneath the hip so that the hip can relax down. If this pose still doesn't feel great for you, then you'll just lie onto the back and cross the right ankle over the left knee, keeping the foot flexed, ankle strong and straight. So you're getting into the same muscles either way. If you are in pigeon, find your fingertips and a gentle back bend here. Left leg long behind you. Feel the tops of the toes on the floor, pressing equally, ankle straight. And if you'd like to engage the back muscles more, airplane your wings. Busting the heart wide open, breathing deeply in and out. And on your next exhale, fold forward any amount over the front leg. Don't rush your way into this. Take your time. We'll be here for a few minutes. Folding down any amount to the floor. Maybe the forehead starts to make its way down. Maybe you make a pillow out of your hands. And just release all tension in your body. I like to think of a snowflake just dissolving into the ground. See if you can feel like that. Just dissolve. Deepen your breath. Maybe even deepen the exhale longer than the inhale. Stay for a few more breaths. And then on an inhale, if you're folding forward, lift the torso back to upright. Maybe find that gentle back bend energy. Feeling the postural muscles strong. And then if you're lying on your back, come and meet us. We're going to tip onto the right hip, bring the left leg out at a 45-degree angle. Maybe draw your right heel closer to the pubic bone, ground into the sitting bones. Left arm inside left leg, and then peel the right arm out and away from the left. Imagine your arms are like the wings of an airplane here. And then start to tilt over your left leg. Right arm reaches. Come down any amount that works for you. Continue to draw the right shoulder back. Maybe sink deeper as you exhale. Right side of the neck long. On an inhale, unfold. Exhale, right hand floats down, hand on the floor for support, left hand under the left knee, bend your knee, swing the leg around for a spinal twist. Sole of the left foot comes down. Maybe you have to wiggle your right heel out so you can ground into the left sitting bone. Left hand behind you, right arm up, create length in the spine. And as you exhale, either hook your right arm around the left knee or press the back of the arm into the knee. Find a nice easy twist. Notice that the twist is even through the spine. If you have any other variation of the twist, if you'd like to extend your right hand or take a little bind. But wherever you are, continue to breathe deep. Listen to your body. Take one more big deep inhale. And as you exhale, take a counter twist off to the right edge of your mat. Both hands off of the mat. Draw the left hip heavy. Breathe into the left side body. And then continue your spiral until you make your way to the back of your mat, downward facing dog, unless you're lying on your back for that figure 4 stretch. In your downward facing dog, move around if you'd like to a little bit, kind of just reset between the two sides. And then draw the big toes to touch. Inhale, left leg splits up as high as you want it to go, and then half pigeon on the exhale. Outer left leg comes down, right leg wiggles back, hips come down. If you need to, prop under the left hip. Come onto the fingertips if that feels good in your low back. Lengthen through the spine. And if you can sit tall here without the help of your hands, maybe you fly, airplane wings. Draw your torso back over the right leg. And on an exhale, fold forward as appropriate for you over the next several moments. Take your time. Ease your way in. Don't use force. If it's comfortable, extend the exhalation again. Let all of the muscles on your face just hang towards the floor. Take a few more big breaths in, long breaths out. And then gently come on up. If you're lying on the back, simply uncross your legs. Maybe find that little gentle back bend again if you're in pigeon pose. And then let's make our way with the right leg circling out 45 degrees. Lengthen the leg on the floor. Draw the right heel, left heel in. Right arm inside leg. Left arm spreads wide. Big wingspan here. And then fold over your extended leg. Lengthen through the left side of the neck, all the way down into the left hip. Float up on the inhale. Exhale, hand comes behind the hip, right hand under the right knee. Bring the right leg around. And wiggle your left heel out, ground the right hip. Right hand behind you, left arm up, inhale, lengthen the spine. Keep that length as you exhale and twist. So if as you twist, you feel like you're kind of sinking down, roll the heart forward and upward, and then lift through the crown of the head. Find a tall twist. Gaze back behind the right arm. Eyes can be opened or closed. Any version of the twist that feels good for you. Breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Untwist. Over to the long edge of the mat again. And then twist back around to the front of the mat, full circle. Maybe downward face your dog, or from tabletop, find a few cat-cows, or really take the next 30 seconds to do anything you need to. If you're lying on your back, you could just stay there. And then if you're in downward facing dog, inhale onto the hands and the knees. Exhale, bring one hip onto the floor and gently make your way onto your back, however you get there. For final rest, you could have your knees bent, heels wide, knees touching each other. Maybe the hands are on the belly or the heart, or both. If it feels good, you could also send the legs long, maybe rotate the palms upward. If your legs are long, let your toes roll away from each other, soften into the legs. Take up space on the floor, let your body get long. Close your eyes down if they're not already closed. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth sigh on the exhale. And then let your breath happen on its own. Let your body be breathed. Your body knows what to do here. You just need to be still and quiet for a moment. And if you need to stay here a little while longer, feel free to pause and take all the time you need. Come back when you're ready. Otherwise, bring your breath into and out of your heart. And as you start to lengthen your inhalation and exhalation, send that loving oxygenated blood out into your body. Let it fill you, just filling your body up with love. And gently start to curl and uncurl your fingers and toes. Gently turn your head from one side to the other. Any speed that feels good for you, maybe one breath per move, maybe taking a couple of breaths on each side. Maybe open and close your jaw a couple times. Maybe wiggle the jaw. And then if you'd like a full body stretch, arms go overhead. Lengthen through the torso, lengthen through the legs. Let your whole body get long. And then on an exhale, bring one knee at a time into the chest and give your body a hug of gratitude and appreciation. Big old bear hug. Gently rock from side to side until you pick a side to lie down on in a fetal position. Eyes remaining closed. Awareness within the body. And then keep your eyes closed. Press yourself up. Meet me in a comfortable seated position. Hands are in prayer at the heart, and the head lightly bowed towards the heart in a sign of reverence for the power of our heart. And there's just a whole heck of a lot going on in the world right now, so I'd like to end our class today with a quote that I love. And it goes like this: when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Set an intention, if it resonates with you, to move through the world with the power of love and be a peaceful force. Draw your thumb knuckles up to your forehead center. Honor the light within you. And as we exhale, let's take a bow to each other, our beautiful Pulse community. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. Come on up. Relax your hands down, open your eyes. I hope that the practice was amazing for you today. Remember, if anything felt a little bit awkward, come back, practice time and time again. One of my favorite parts of practicing is when you come back and you have the chance to feel yourself get something that maybe you couldn't quite grasp before. So just have fun with your practice. I wish you a beautiful day, and I hope to see you again for Pulse very soon.